So this is Matt, and it is May 5th, Tuesday. I'm recording for Ivy Bridge Group, and I am talking to, what is your name, young man?
First name is Haonan, and my last name is Shi, S-H-I.
Okay. And you don't really have an American name because you're changing it, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I'll just call you Halran. Is that all right?
yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me, what is your current grade?
My current grade is 9.
9. And what grade are you applying to for next year?
I'm applying for grade 10.
10. Okay. What is your birthday?
My birthday is 1999, February 1st.
February 1, 1991.
Yeah.
Okay. Or 1999. Oh my gosh, I just made you too old. Wow. In an instant, I made you way too old. Have you taken the TOEFL test?
But the grade is not good.
Oh, that's okay. Well, what was your grade?
The grade is more than 50.
More than 50. Okay. But you've been
But
in
I
the...
improved now.
Yeah, I have a feeling probably you have, because you've been in the US for almost a year, so your English is probably better than me. I'm just kidding. Okay, and do you happen to remember or know your GPA?
My GPA is more than 300.
Okay. So let's start off with the real part of the interview. What is an extracurricular activity at school that you like?
Um, I have some hobbies. I like to doing many kinds of sports like basketball, tennis, um, swimming or frisbee, something like that. And
So,
my favorite sport is basketball. I had been in the school's team during the winter.
Oh, okay. So do you think you're an athletic person?
Yeah.
Huh. Are you more
Sure.
athletic than you are academic?
Yeah. But my academic, I think is good.
We will find out, I guess, when we see your transcripts. Why do you think of you're an athletic person? Why do you think you're more athletic?
I'm good at basketball. And I like doing sports. And yeah.
Do you enjoy sports more than the academic stuff?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why?
Because such as basketball, I like the teamwork. Maybe I like the teamwork, team honor more than personal honor.
Oh, do you think that the academic stuff has less teamwork?
I don't think so, but I'm better than athletic.
Okay. Well, how about, you mentioned that you think of yourself a little bit more as an athletic person, but what is a subject at school that you really like?
I like physics.
Physics. Wow, that's well, it's kind of related to basketball. Why do you like physics?
because that's helpful for our lives, and it is, and we can see physics everywhere, such as we can the things can make sounds because of reverberation. And we also did some experiments in math, like the sounds, electric, something like that. In my last school, I love experiment because you can see some interesting phenomenon during the experiment.
Okay. What are
and
Oh, go ahead.
And I also have a sense of achievement when I solve a physics problem.
Oh, so you like to kind of come up with a solution to stuff.
Yeah.
So do you think you're pretty good at physics? So we know that you like it, but are you good at physics?
Kind of.
Kind of? Are you being modest, or are you really good at physics?
I think I'm good.
Oh, yeah, don't be shy. This is an interview. You're trying to sell yourself to the school. So you can speak up if you think you're good at physics. What do you think makes you good at physics? Why are you good at that?
I'm just interested in physics.
Oh. So do you think you're the sort of person that's better at things when you're interested in them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, what's a subject that you're not interested in?
I'm not interested in chemistry.
Yeah, I can tell by your face. The way you said the
There's
word.
a lot of things like chemical equation
Uh-huh.
and to spell it. I don't like to spell things.
Oh.
And I don't have a good memory.
But now wait a minute. How are your grades in chemistry? Are they any good, or?
It's not bad, but I'm better than other course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Why is it that chemistry doesn't particularly interest you? Because to me, I think that physics and chemistry seem the same, or not the same, but they're similar. But
yeah.
What's kind of the difference between chemistry and physics for you?
Like I just say, chemistry has a lot of things to spell it. I also like to do the experiment of the chemistry.
Uh-huh.
But I just don't like to spell the equation.
Oh yeah, those equations. Does that mean maybe you don't like math so much either? Because there are only mostly equations.
Math is good, but I just like the part of the math. It's my I'm good at geometry.
Okay.
Because I like the shapes.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
Okay, that's cool. So you think your best math course is your geometry?
Yeah.
How about you said that chemistry is not really your favorite, but how's your chemistry teacher?
I didn't take the chemistry course in this school, my current school, but in my middle school, my chemistry teachers were kind. Always helped me to improve.
Okay. So you think that you had a good teacher for chemistry?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sure.
So what is important for a good teacher? So you don't like chemistry, but you like your teacher. So what did the teacher do that made you grateful or happy to have him or her?
First, he or she never ridiculed me. Because I think I'm a problem student.
Oh my gosh! Well, you're certainly a problem interview for me.
Yeah, I'm easy to make mistakes.
Oh, that kind of problem. Okay.
Yeah, and the teacher should be patient and always help me. Always smile. That I can't be shy to talk with him.
Right. So you think those are qualities not just of a good chemistry teacher, but of all teachers, maybe?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I think that's really cool that you don't like chemistry, but you still liked your chemistry teacher. I think that shows tells me something interesting about your character. Well, let's forget about school. What do you do in your free time when you're done?
My free time, I always watch movies and listen to music. I
Mm-hmm.
love doing music.
Oh, you like
Do
music.
music thing.
Are you a musical person as well as an athletic person?
Sure, I learned I learned violin since I was 5 years old.
Violin, no kidding.
Yeah, 10 years more than 10 years.
Wow, you've been studying for 10 years.
Yeah, I had joined in my in the symphony orchestra in my middle school and
Wow.
being a leader.
You were a leader? Like a violin leader, you mean?
Yeah,
Cool.
first violin.
Oh, you were lead. Okay, I get it. First violin. Now that's something.
Yeah,
It's something your parents made you do when you were a kid, right?
yeah,
But do you do it? Do you still do it now?
sure.
And your parents aren't making you, or you do it because you love it?
I love it. I think I liked piano when I was young,
Mm-hmm.
but now I love violin.
Oh, that's great. So do you plan on continuing your violin playing
Sure,
for?
and I had some awards.
Oh, cool. What
Yeah.
kind of awards have you won?
During the middle school, I had got some performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and went to Hong Kong
Uh-huh.
to have a performance,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a gold award.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Yeah. And you're still doing your violin today. Does the school have?
Yeah, we still have some performance, and I've been the violinist.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think that's pretty cool. But now hold on. Okay. I asked you what you do in your free time, but of course I can understand how a violin is, playing the violin is a cool thing and it's awesome and, it's a passion of yours. But when I say free time, I mean like you got nothing to do on a Saturday afternoon, your violin is being tuned down the street at the violin shop, and you're done with all your homework. What do you do?
Sorry.
It's okay. No problem. No
I
problem.
went to the shopping mall with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
playing some sports. Yeah, and playing violin.
Cool.
Practice.
So, wow, there you go, getting back to the violin again. So that's really something you're doing because you love, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Um, well, you've been in the U.S. for a year now, right?
More than a year.
A little over a year.
10 months.
Okay, so almost a year. Almost a year,
Almost.
right? What are some of the differences you've noticed in your 10 months between the U.S. and China? And it doesn't have to be school. It can be life, or the street, or your home.
I think you must work hard because I think one of my weakness is to I can work hard without my parents' push
You can't.
in my middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go abroad, when I went abroad, I'll be independent.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some work by myself, um, like something.
Think
I
hard.
put on the sheet on the bed.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
had never do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was in China. Yeah.
So your mom kind of did, and maybe your dad took care of all of that housework
Yeah.
stuff and cleaning up after
Housework. I do some laundries.
you.
I can't do it before.
What do you think about it now? Is it kind of boring for you, or?
It's easy now. I think I thought it was very hard before because most of the time my mom did it for me.
Right.
Now I do it by myself.
Right.
Now I'm independent. I'll do all of the things. So it's really hard.
What? So has it gotten any easier since you started 10 months ago, or is it still the same?
It's easier.
Oh, good. That's good. So it's gotten a little bit easier for you, and it's not so bad. Well, let me ask you then, what do you find most challenging about your life in the United States? Has there been, so you mentioned, of course, being independent, but is there anything else that's been tough for you?
Because my English is not very good.
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so I want to make friends with American students, but maybe they don't like to talk to me.
Really? Don't say that. I think that they definitely want to talk to you. Has it been tough? Is it tough for you? Has it been difficult to make friends?
No, it's not making friends, but the language.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
So I'm trying to improve my English, so I can make me communicate well with them.
That's great. Why? So first, let me ask you a two-part question. How are you trying to improve, and why is it so important to improve? So how are you trying to improve, and why is it so important?
I'm trying to write some essay in English. I find a teacher, let me check it, and also communicate with teacher that are kind to me. That's my way.
So that's how. Now tell me why. Why is it so important to improve your English?
Because I'm studying American. I would be better to afford to go in a university, good university. So I need to improve it.
Okay. So you mentioned a few times that you've had some kind teachers, but have you had any teachers that were unkind to you, or what you thought were not very good teachers?
My coach, my basketball team.
Oh, he just came in?
He's very strict.
Oh, he's very strict. Oh, okay. So what do you think, how do you get through your coach being very strict, or maybe telling you to do things you don't want to do? How do you get through that without causing trouble?
Try to practice more. Yeah. And remember the thing the coach told me. Practice every day.
So even though you might kind of disagree with him, you still try to do what he says?
Sure.
Huh. That's pretty smart for a kid your age. I was terrible at that. When people told me to do things I didn't want to do, I totally rebelled. But you seem a little bit smarter than me when I was your age. Well then, what do you plan to study when you go to university or college?
Where or?
What? What subject?
What college?
No, just what subject do you want to study? More physics or something different?
I want to be an architect.
Cool. Why do you want to do that?
Because I want to build the most magnificent building in the world.
That's awesome.
And I like the shape, the kind of thing, like
Mm-hmm.
building shape, like that.
Do you have any favorite buildings or?
I just like the building that are special. Special shape. Yeah. And I like to design something.
That's pretty cool. And do you do any of that right now? Do you ever do any drawing or designing?
Yeah, I had attended a course art, and I got a degree. I also do some portraits and drawing some pictures.
That's cool. So do you enjoy? I guess you enjoy drawing and designing and thinking about that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have an idea? Now I will get into that question, but do you have an idea of what college or university you want to study architecture at?
I like Stanford.
Cool! Setting your sights high. That's great. Why do you like Stanford?
Because the building is different than other college.
So you like the actual designs of the buildings?
Yeah.
Why is that important? Why is the architecture of a school important to the learning?
Because I think the environment is the most important first.
But why?
And you have a good mood.
And
so that you can study hard.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah, people do studies about this, and your environment, the color of the wall, the temperature, the amount of light, all that stuff. You're totally right. That definitely that impacts your learning. After you graduate Stanford, what are you going to do? Are you going to go back to China, or are you going to stay in the U.S. or go someplace else?
I'm not sure. My dream is to improve my hometown.
Oh my God!
To build some famous buildings. To make my hometown more magnificent.
Wow, you're
beautiful.
That's a great idea. Where is your hometown? What is your hometown?
My hometown is Changchun City Province.
I know that's. I know. I went to
northeast.
Yeah, I went to high school there.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it's in the Northeast. And what can you describe your hometown to me? What's it like?
It's very normal, and the people are friendly there. It's not like the New York that big.
Okay.
It's a small city.
Okay.
And it's very cold during winter. Always snow. Yeah.
And what sort of a building do you want to build in your hometown? What would make it better? Describe it or tell me about it.
I want to build the tower of the TV program.
Cool. Yeah, like
the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of an electrical engineer in there too, right?
Yeah.
So not just architecture, but I mean, if you want to build like a radio tower like that, or television tower, I guess is what it's called. Yeah.
Television.
Yeah. See, your English is much better than mine.
A little bit nervous.
No, you're doing just fine. Don't even worry about it. Well, I'm going to ask you one or two more questions here. Tell me about one of your weaknesses. What is something about you that that causes trouble or a weakness that you have inside?
My weakness is easy to think of.
Easy to sneak off?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Hard to pay attention.
Oh, your mind, you mean?
Just, for example, the teacher is having a lecture that cannot attract to me. So I was thinking, what should I eat during for dinner?
Right.
Something like that.
Right. I think you are a normal kid.
Yeah.
That's normal. So do you do anything to try to get your brain back on track when that happens, or do you just let it go?
I'm trying to just listen to class.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Trying to pay attention.
Yeah. I think it's natural that sometimes your brain wanders, and sometimes you should try to bring it back, and then sometimes you need a little break, and learning the difference between the two is how you kind of become more mature, I think. Last question. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Okay. Don't worry. Tell me about the person in your life, or maybe on TV or in the movies, who has most influenced you, and why?
My dad.
Your dad. Tell me why. I like your answer.
He's very. How do you say it? He's a. He always has his opinion for most of the things, and he never tell me the truth of the life.
He never tells you the truth of life?
Sometimes. Most of the times, he let me to do by myself.
Oh, I see.
Let me to be independent.
Right.
And he always encouraged me, because my grade is not very good.
Yeah.
He encouraged me to how to improve better. Yeah, and I like his job.
You like his job?
Because he's a garden designer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he always runs a company. He's very busy all day. And always got home at more than 11 p.m.
Yeah.
It's very busy.
Yeah, hard worker.
Yeah, hard worker.
So do you want to be like your dad in personality or in your job, or?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my gosh. What a wonderful.
I want to be a hard worker.
What a wonderful thing to say.
Get money for my wife and my children.
Yeah, you're married now? Oh my gosh. You mean in the future? That's great. That's a really I think you're a very mature kid. You're not a kid. You're a very mature young man. Well, we have the final part of the interview now, so it's going to be a little reading part, okay? So I'm going to send you a short reading passage, and I'm going to put it in the little dialogue box for you, and I think it should have. Did it just come through right now?
Yes.
So it starts with Jack London's story. Do you see that part?
Yeah.
Can you read that out loud for me in your best English voice?
Jack London's story, called The Wheel, tells of Buck, a dog stolen from California, who was taken to Alaska during the Klondike gold rush in the late 1890s. Buck becomes a sled dog, part of the team that transports supplies and people through the harsh winters. It was inevitable that the clash for the leadership should come. Buck wanted it. He wanted it because it was his nature, because he had been gripped tight by that nameless, incomprehensible pride of the trail and trace, that pride which holds dogs in the trial to the last gasp, which lurks them to die joyfully in the harness, and breaks their hearts if they cut up the harness. This was the pride of the Dave as will dog of Solex, as he pulled with all his strength, the pride that laid hold of them at break of camp, transforming them from sour and sullen brutes into straining, eager, ambitious creatures, the pride that spurred them all day and dropped them at pitch of camp at night, letting them fall discontent. This was the pride that bored up speeds and make them thrash the sled dogs who blundered and shirked in the tricks or hide away at harness up time in the morning. Likewise, it was this pride that make him fear Buck as a possible league dog, and this is Buck's pride too.
Yeah, good job. You all right? I saw your eyes. I saw you roll your eyes at that. Was that difficult for you? Yeah. You did okay though. You did fine. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about it. The first one's very simple. Who is the main character of this story? And you can look. It's okay to look at the reading passage. Who's the main character? Buck. What is Buck?
He's a lead dog.
Yeah, he's a lead dog of what? So he's a lead dog of something.
For pride?
It's
the pride.
It's an interesting mistake you've made there. A pride is sometimes... But in this case, what is Buck's job?
It's a leader.
Yeah. But what kind of team does he lead? Take a look at the first paragraph. What kind of dog is he? What kind of lead dog?
He becomes a sled dog.
Sled dog. Do you know what a sled dog is?
Kind of.
What is it, kind of? Can you kind of describe it to me?
He leads the people through the harsh winters.
Well, do you know what a sled is? So a sled is like a vehicle, but it doesn't have a motor. It's like a carriage. And then Buck is part of a team of dogs that pull the sled over snow.
I understand.
Yeah, you've seen that before maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know what state, or do you know where he's living right now in the passage? Where is he living?
Alaska.
Alaska. Yes. So do you know about Alaska?
It's on the top of the... It's near by the Russia.
Yeah,
Russia.
that's right. It's between Russia and Canada up north. And Buck has a problem though. Can you take another look at that passage? There's something that Buck wants. What does Buck want? And someone else wants to take it from him. What does Buck want? So he has a fight over it. He has a clash over this.
We want the leadership.
Yeah, very good. You're totally right. He wants leadership. He wants leadership over the team. So when you're playing your sports, because you mentioned that sports are more of a team effort, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you want to be the leader, or do you think you're more like a follower, or somewhere in the middle?
More like the leader.
More like the leader. What kind of qualities does a leader have?
Has more skills than other people.
Yeah.
And is convinced.
Yeah.
By people.
Yeah, sure. So do you ever have trouble with other teammates, maybe who are also good, and you guys are kind of, you want to be leader, or do you cooperate with them?
Sure, we never compete. Yeah, we never to fight for the leader.
Okay, no, that's all right. It's probably because you're human and you're not a dog. That might be why. Okay, well, I think that we're pretty much done. So I'm going to stop the recording, okay, and I'll still be here. I'm just going to